Hello everyone and welcome! Today we're going over HiveWings, second to last on my list of tribe bases. As a reminder, these bases are all completed now and you can go check them out over on my store, where you can get all 10 bases as a digital download for just $10. Anyways, HiveWings for me are another sort of standard tribe as far as basic shapes go. They aren't burly like sea wings or mud wings, they're not thin like rain wings or sky wings. Obviously there's room for deviation, but I'm talking about like the basic average HiveWing. So you're going to want to start with a couple circles, as you saw me do with the sketch, and then roughen the body shape. You don't need to worry about details until you've got the basic shape of the torso and the legs and the wings in place. I find it easiest to start with the neck and then do the legs just as lines, so you have an idea of where they are, so you can finish the torso before doing the legs and wings. Once you have your body roughed out, go ahead and return to those details. I like my HiveWings spiky, so I give them long, thin neck spikes, plus thinner horns. Making your horns thick or short gives the impression that they're dull or knobby, but thin or longer horns makes them feel much sharper, like the difference between a needle and a pencil. I love HiveWing scale patterns, actually. They are pleasing, but easy to replicate. I start with the middle row of scales, the diamond patterned, and an easy way to do this is just to draw a line down the middle of your neck or tail, and then base the center of the diamond off of that. Once you're done with the diamonds, it's just a slanted line from the center of the diamond to the edge of the neck or the underbelly for either side. I do simplify the scales on the legs though, since I don't like my designs too pattern heavy, but feel free to do whatever works for you. When I'm doing any of these details though, whether it's scales or body type or spines, I am constantly thinking about sharp points and hard edges. To me, HiveWings are an angular tribe, so I try to reflect that in my art for them. Also, HiveWings do have some extra features you can add, like stingers on their tails or ankles, but I usually just do a small one on the tail and leave it at that. So I don't have many thoughts about the HiveWings as a tribe, to be honest. Of course, we know they're descendants of Clearsight, so once upon a time they were all hybrids, but it's by now safe to say that they're a distinct tribe of their own. After 2,000 years, they are no longer hybrids, but HiveWings. Also, I don't think that there's any potential for Nightwing powers there. Again, 2,000 years is a crazy long time, and clearly it hasn't happened anytime recently, which is a pretty good indication that it's long been bred out of that tribe. However, I do think the HiveWings share a similarity with Nightwings in their curiosity and intellectual pursuits. We know the Nightwings are pretty smart for a tribe, but we see HiveWings displaying quite a bit of advancement in the third arc too, from coffee and chocolate to scientists and things like that. So for me, I would imagine that HiveWings are a pretty clever tribe, and overall very interested in learning things about the world and making it make sense. They're probably pretty inventive too, which again, we've already seen evidence of that in the books themselves, so it's not even really a headcanon. Also, this is kind of random, but I don't personally think HiveWings should do well with the cold, like, at all. They strike me as a strictly warm weather sort of tribe, more so even than the Silkwings. I think that's part of why they constructed the hives, so they would have somewhere insulated and warm to live in with all the trees gone. Also, I think HiveWings have a penchant for sweet things. Again, they already invented candy shops, so clearly there's a sweet tooth going around. Plus, I like the idea of having all those prickly smart dragons just agreeing to use their brains to invent sugary treats. For colors, I always shoot for warm tones, obviously, but I do like to incorporate patterns and different variations of color when I can. So don't just use dark and light orange in a design, like throw in some yellow on the underbelly or some red freckles or some maroon stripes, because, varying your hue will give you a lot more diversity in your design, and it just does a lot for you. And of course, don't forget to work some of your black coloration in there. Anyways, that's about all I have for HiveWings, so thank you for watching and have a blessed day.